Hey guys, it's Tracy. How's everybody doing today? Say hello as you come on the page. Guys, if I'm live, there's a red live button up here at the top. And so I have been wanting to do this for several days, but you know, life just kind of throws you a curveball, if you can tell by my voice, okay? Now, my voice sounds worse than it actually is, but this is me. I just kind of get really nasally when I have really bad allergies, and so I apologize for my voice. Hi everyone. I did send out a notice to my text group, my Facebook text group, that I was going live on Facebook to chat about the Refabbed live event, because it is something that I do want to share, guys. I had so much fun at the Refabbed live event, and I just wanted to kind of share just a little bit about it, kind of show you my crafts that I finished, kind of tell you a little bit about my experiences. I put my microphone on, but it's kind of being a little wonky. Sorry. So that's what this little black spot is. This is my microphone. Anyway, so this past weekend, I had shared on my page, I shared lots of pictures and I shared several videos from the live event. And so good morning, Pamela. And, so there were a lot of questions that I got of how do you find out about these events? You know, who's invited, who, and that kind of thing. And so the thing is that if you've never been to a live crafting event, I just want to clue you in, if you are a crafter, for, you know, you can look at their different hostesses, maybe in your local towns, in your state, you know, on a more bigger level. Anyway, hi Jerry, hi Terry. Thanks so much. Guys, I'm sorry. I was fine this weekend. We came home on Sunday, and so later in the evening, my husband and I were watching TV, and I started getting a scratchy throat, and I already know what that means because I have allergies. Guys, I'm sorry that I sound nasally, but this is just what just kind of happens to me when I have an allergy attack. And so I'm like, I looked at my husband, I said, do you feel okay? And he said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, okay, then it's just me. So I kind of knew what was going to happen. And then on Monday, I kind of felt kind of cruddy. And then Tuesday, yeah, I was wiped out. I was in bed most of the day, and I just really kind of licked my wounds, you know, sneezing and all of that stuff. But guys, I'm on the mend, and I actually sound worse than I feel. I feel great. And so I'm like, hey Erin, hey Barbara, hey Pamela. So thanks so much for hopping on this morning, guys. I want to kind of share my, you know, just my thoughts on the Refabbed live event, kind of share it with my community. I've been sharing some pictures. I shared some of the videos. I'm going to share my finished crafts, guys. It is not my finest hour. Guys, I met the most amazing people this past weekend. And so I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if you've never been to a live crafting event, it's just someone organizes it. And this one just happened to be Brooke from Re-Fabbed. If you follow me, you probably follow her. She's amazing. Just the sweetest person, the sweetest person in person as you see her on camera. She is just so heartfelt, and I am in her Brooke's Creative Circle, which is her coaching, her business coaching group. So on Thursday, those of us, it was open to the public, whoever bought a ticket. So you didn't have to be in her creative circle to attend this event. It was open to the public, anybody who wanted to craft, anybody who wanted to tag along with the crafter. But what you were going to get is you were going to get 2 days worth of crafts, and there were 3 motivational speakers that were there that were phenomenal. And Hey Misty, hey Christine, hey Linda, Misty from the Crafty Farmers. I want to veer off just a little bit. A week ago Thursday, when we were going to Fort Worth, Texas, it was about a 3.5 hour drive. We veered off into Waxahachie, Texas, and I met Misty from the Crafty Farmers, and also Dita, or Leanne, who is Dita's Crafts and Creations. We met for lunch. We had the most amazing lunch. I think we're like gathered about 3 hours. My husband made the trip with me. He had taken a couple days off of work, which he has like time that, you know, if he doesn't use by the end of the year, he's going to lose anyway. He is the most patient man. I always say that he has the patience of a saint. And Misty and Leanne actually saw that firsthand, because he just sat there and he just let us chit chat about all the stuff that, you know, he supports, but he just doesn't get, because he's a guy. And I'm not saying that guys don't get crafting. I don't. He just supports, you know, whatever my dream is. And I'm so grateful for that. But guys, if you have the opportunity to meet with your fellow creatives, please take that opportunity, because they are what helps make our world go round. And so I so appreciate meeting Misty and Leanne from Dita's Crafts and Creations. Yes, Misty says my husband was a trooper. He was on our way to Fort Worth, because from Waxahachie to Fort Worth to our hotel was about an hour drive. And so, you know, on the way, I'm like, were you bored? He's like, no, not really. And he really means it. Like, my husband does not like sugarcoat anything with me. We established that long time ago when we dated back 28 years ago. We've been married 27 years. So 29 years ago when we started dating, he's like, I don't play games. And I'm like, okay. So I just know my husband. If he says it was okay, then it was okay. Now, if he would have said, well, you know, it got a little boring, but he didn't say that. Anyway, so good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Penny. Thank you so much. Okay. So I'm just kind of chit-chatting about the Refabbed live event, as well as I'm going to show you my crafts. I'm going to show you what was in my swag bag, and just kind of encourage you, if you have the opportunity to get together with fellow creatives and craft. It doesn't even have to be on a massive scale like this one was. Guys, I bought my ticket February 1st. I've known about this. Probably she announced it. She, meaning Brooke of Re-Fabbed, probably announced it. She's been kind of like sharing about it, I don't know, maybe the last 6 months, or maybe even longer than that. You know, January, she's like, hey, we're narrowing down our event. You know, she was kind of trying to find a local, because there were, I don't remember how many states represented. She did give a number, and it didn't stick with me. I wish I would, because she gave a number of how many states were represented that came. They flew in, they drove in from all over the United States to Fort Worth, Texas. And then she also gave the amount of Texans that were there, because it was in our home state. And I can't remember, one was 48 and one was 28. So I can't remember. I'm thinking maybe 28 states were represented and 48 people were Texans out of maybe 150 people. So anyway, that is, I just want to kind of share that with y'all. How I found out about it, because that was one of the most asked questions, is I follow Refabbed. I follow these groups, you know, and they'll kind of announce, hey, I'm doing a get together. I am going to be planning this. This is where it's going to be. This is when the tickets are going to go on sale. Now, usually the tickets will include any craft or any kind of activity that you're doing. And it also, like there were 3 motivational speakers. We had 6 different crafts. 3 of them, 4 of them were done by Brooke herself over the 2 days. One was done by Heidi Easley of Texas Art and Soul, and one was done with Stacy Collins of Wilshire Collections. And so, guys, I know in our crafting circles, we all follow these amazing, talented ladies, and I was so honored to meet them. Also, Casey from Pizzazz Art. I'm not confident that I'm saying that correctly. Pizzazz Art Studio was there, as well as I met Tammy Hodges from Polka Dot Wreath Co. I have followed her for my wreath making for a long time, and so it was such an honor. These people are real, just like you and me. You know, we see them online and we're like, oh, they're not going to talk to me, but they do. They're just so gracious. And so, anyway, and then on the flip side, I had so many people come up and say, hey, I follow you on YouTube. I follow you on Facebook. I follow you on Instagram. And I was so honored. It was my honor to meet all of you, Shelly and Linda and Shanna. No, not Shanna. Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. I should have wrote Susie. Carol, I just love meeting all of you. And guys, talk about pressure, okay? Well, like me, I'm a planner. So when I'm going to do events, or like when I'm going to plan, I like plan out the craft. Usually I kind of know what I'm going to do, but I didn't have much time to kind of know what I was going to do. And so I just kind of did what they showed us to do, because sometimes I overthink things. And so then overthink it. I don't know if any of y'all are like that as well. Miss Linda, Peggy, Jerry, Pam, thank you so much. Miss Sandy. Yes, Miss Sandy is one. I'm sorry, I said Susie, but it was Miss Sandy that I met. I am just so honored to meet so many ladies, and I did take some pictures. Some I didn't get to take a picture with. We said, hey, we need to take a picture, and then we didn't. So take the time to take the pictures, guys. I just tell you that. So anyway, on Thursday, since I am part of Brooke's Creative Circle, she had a dinner that she and her amazing husband Brandon hosted. He is just as amazing as she is, just as personable, and they just make a fantastic team. And so I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but this was on my charger plate at the dinner. Everything was it was a Christmas in July theme, and so I had like a gold charger with a red napkin, and then it had I'm sure this was cut out with a Cricut or Silhouette, and then we got a print of Brooke's art, which is awesome. And then this was the kind of like menu of what we were going to be served. So we felt fancy smancy. I think there were like 28 people from Brooke's Creative Circle that attended the dinner, and then we did take a group photo that I did post on my page. There were, throughout the weekend, there was some other big group. I think there were like around 150 people that attended, and we did take some bigger group photos and that kind of thing. Good morning. Hey Kim, hey Linda, Peggy. Thanks guys for being here. Okay, so when I was packing up my stuff, I know I'm kind of jumping around, but I just want to kind of share. When I was packing up, when you go to one of these events, if it's an all-inclusive, meaning your meals, your speakers, all of that, like everything's included, with the exception of your room and board, or where you're going to stay and how to get there, if you have to travel or fly or that kind of thing. And so I knew we were already going to be doing 6 crafts, and all of the craft supplies would be provided. And so I figured, we'd be doing some painting, and so my paintbrushes would be but I'm like, do I want to take my paint? I think I'm gonna take my paintbrushes. Okay, I'm gonna take my paintbrushes, just in case, because that's me. And then it's like, well, let me take my black Sharpie marker, just in case, because I was thinking, what do I use that they're not going to provide? So that's just a tip that I want to say. If you're going to go to one of these things, think about something that you may use in your crafting that they're not going to provide. Well, there were a couple of things that I forgot, and that was a fan brush. I use my fan brush all of the time. And so Friday night, my husband and I, when we went out for dinner, I'm like, let me find where the nearest Hobby Lobby is, because I went and got me a new fan brush, because I'm like, I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow, but I'm going to need my fan brush. Hey, Annette. Anyway, so I took those, but one thing that I did forget to take was my stuff to do my splatter paint. And there was nothing that I had there. And I'm sorry, I don't do the flicking. I'm old school. I'm in my, what I like, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I didn't step out of the box too good, but I had so many people come by and say, hey, are you going to be paint splattering? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I didn't bring my brushes and stuff. And so, yeah, sometimes we have to be creative and step outside of the box. But anyway, okay, so that was on Thursday. So we had the dinner, and so then on Friday morning it opened, and so then we go and we get in line, and this the first thing I got was my badge, and this is what we're supposed to wear all weekend, and it has our name and what city and state we're from, and then you see this little number here down at the bottom. Well, come to find out, that was our number for the door prizes, because she had amazing people donated all these door prizes, and she had sponsors for this event and everything. So also then I found out that this number also correlates with when I bought my ticket. So I was the 5th person to buy my ticket. And so, yes, guys, when she said her event was going to be in Texas and then it was going to be in Fort Worth, I'm like, oh yes, that is within driving distance. And so I was like, February 1st, when her tickets went on sale, I was boom. I had already discussed it with my husband and bought my ticket. So she is going to, and I tell you all of this to share that she's going to be announcing her 2023 Refabbed live event very soon. I don't know if she has already. It's not going to be in Fort Worth, Texas, again, because she tries to find different locations for the events, but it may be near you. So just follow her page, check her page, and that kind of thing. Okay, so then so we got a big, okay, so then we were handed a bag with our, like this. Well, my bag tore after, 3 days of packing it around, so it tore, so I just kind of spread everything out because it was just, falling out anyway. And then we got this t-shirt that y'all saw. It has the cute little car and the Refabbed Live and the Christmas in July. Everything was just so perfect. It was just, she did use a company called Pro Planet, and I just want to kind of share, they are a business and they help with setting everything up. They just did amazing with just setting everything up and just keeping everything organized. It was just kind of everything just went smoothly. Now, they might not think that on their end, but from my eyes, it did. Another person that I got to meet, she and I went to the event together, was Jessica from Jessica's Party Decor and More. She and I have been good friends for many years. She first followed me on my YouTube channel and was just so supportive. And then, when we kind of met back up on Facebook, she is rocking and rolling her own page. She's an amazing crafter. She and I have talked online, but the first time we got to meet in person was at this event, and I quickly burst her bubble because she and I were table buddies. There was probably like a 5 or 6 foot table, and no, maybe about a 5 foot table, enough for 2 people to craft at. And I'm a messy crafter. I'm not going to lie and say I'm organized. I try to be organized, but she was all, everything was so beautifully painted, and me, I'm like slopping this on and slopping that. I'm like, nah, I don't like that. Maybe, and then another thing, we got paint. So 2 people at the table had to share the paint. I didn't bring any of that because I gave that all to Jessica, because as you can see behind me, I don't need any paint. So anyway, so for the event, then we had an agenda. So you kind of knew what to expect as far as what time is this going to happen? What time is that going to happen? And that is very helpful for a person who is, you know, what's going to happen next and that kind of thing. You knew when the next break was, if you needed to wait to go potty, or if you wanted to grab something, or if you forgot something, or who's coming on next, or who is coming on when. So this I wanted to share because we all took one of these that were at the table. Now these were where we had breakfast. These were the placemats, and these were all the sponsors for Brooke's event. Plaid was one of the main sponsors because I guess, you know, because that's what they do with the paintbrushes and paint and all of that, and Deco Exchange, Southern Adornments Decor, Ruffled Daisies, Ruffled Daisy by Beth, okay, Wilshire Collection, and Refabbed. So, you know, I wanted to share that with y'all because they had amazing sponsors. Now guys, like these crafts that they gave to us, those are what we got, you know, that's what we paid for in our ticket. And so I'm not going to be able to recreate them because that's just what we got. And so then we got a bag full of swag bag stuff. Also, let me see. Oh, here were also all of the sponsors. So there are a lot of names on there that you may recognize. And so they gave a, you know, some kind of swag bag trinket or whatever. Cricut was a sponsor, and so I got a new spatula and a new scraper tool. I used it for, I had opened it in the back and used it for one of the events. And so then we got some other, you know, like reading material and stuff. Heidi, if I show you her face, you will see she did one of the crafts, and so we have this, she does paint parties and stuff, so we can read all about that. We got this cute notebook, little pad that we can, you know, write notes and stuff. Southern Adornments Decor, Tamara, it was a big sponsor for this event. And so it's amazing. So many people do the same things, but they support each other. It's just amazing, amazing, amazing. Anyway, and so then these are also some tags from Wilshire Collection that goes with this. And so these are from I just had Stacy Collins from Wilshire Collection, who's sweet as pie. We have these with the little tags. These were in our swag bag, and so these as well were in our swag bag too. She gave, you know, just some information, and then these little tags were in our swag bag. And so then during one of the presenter, everything was inspirational. Everything was first and foremost, you know, they cannot do anything without the Lord being present. And so the speakers that we had were just so God-fearing women, and it was just so amazing to be in the presence of the Almighty and to see His hand on everything. This also was in it's a swag bag. Now some of the things people put their name on who donated, and some people didn't. Now this is Chocatour. It's a little stencil. This was in our swag bag, and it has this little eucalyptus paste and a little squeegee. How cute. And a little tag that we could do. And so I don't know, I don't see a name on this. I will have to, like, you know, research to see who gave the Chocatour. You know, when Chocatour was first on the scene, I'm like, I gotta try that, you know, and then it's like, oh gosh, I can't afford it. Anyway, so I'll just like to do my own painting and that kind of thing. Oh, another thing, I forgot to take my vintage photo. So on my Hobby Lobby trip to get my fan brush, they had these on sale, these Distress Oxide. I'm like, score. I'm going to get me some vintage photo ink. Hi Diane. Hi, Bev. Okay, let's see. And then they just gave a lot of like different things like this, you know, where you can, they gave you a little QR code if you wanted to, you know, download and so that you can use. And then this was from Handmade with Love. It's a little snowman ornament, made out of felt. And I'm sorry, I can't, it's the writing is so small on the back. I can't even see who that's from. Anyway, a little ornament. That was a swag bag. And then this beautiful card was in there. Now this was donated by Mandy of Mandy May Designs. I follow her page as well. Just beautiful. Little art. Then there was a little bag that had all kind of like, you know, little necessities. This had our glue sticks in there because we also got a new glue gun, which I had already, you know, had used, and some glue sticks. And then this has, oh, little mitten, Hot Mesh Mom. Okay, I follow her as well. So this was donated by Hot Mesh Mom. Awesome. 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 It had a little business card in there, a little tag, and then it has a tape measure. How cool is that? So, you know, you kind of get little things like this, and I think this is some chapstick. Let's see, lip balm. Yep, moisturizing lip balm. So, you know, just little trinkets and stuff like that. You know, so if you're planning to, you know, plan your own or go, you know, you kind of know what to expect. And we also got some sponge spouncers. I just call them spouncers, just sponge brushes. And that is what we got also. I didn't even use mine. I think Jessica did because she did some polka dots on hers and stuff. We also got an apron, which I did use because I'm messy. And let me see what it says. Oh, it just has the sun on it. Just got an apron. It's no name or anything on there. So I'll put that with my stuff. Then let's see what this is. The Fancy Farmer. You so cute. Oh, that's cute. Ornament kit. Don't be a chicken. So it's a little kit. Maybe I'll do this with my grandson. How cute will that be? And I don't know if you can hear I can't get up to go turn it off, but my 15-year-old, he's going to be 16 in 2 weeks, his alarm is going off, and I'm like, why do you set your alarm? You don't get up till 1 o'clock, you know, but that's going to change very soon because football practice starts next week. And yeah, he's going to be getting up early. And then this was another like a wooden thing that was put in our bag. So I'm not sure who donated this. It's probably somebody on the back of this. I would have to narrow it down, but it doesn't have a name. So who we can thank. And then this was in there as well. This was given from Michelle Monroe, Yaya's Nook, handmade decor, handmade with love. Look at that on the back. How cute is that, guys? So if you're just hopping on, I'm just sharing my goodies from my swag bag from the Refabbed live event. I'm also going to share my finished crafts. And then this was on day 2, we had a little candy bar that with this little wrapper on it. And of course I ate that. And I need to give this to my husband because he likes these things. Oh, it got wet, my little sticker. This little pecan praline. Little snacks. They were just had everything that you can think of. They had except a fan brush. But they had other brushes. These are the brushes that I got that, you know, were donated by Plaid, and they had everything we need. But that's what I'm saying. If you're going to go to one of these events, think about if they say everything's included, like all your supplies and all your crafts and all that stuff. Just think about something that you may use that is out of the ordinary that they're not going to have. And so then we had some Mod Podge that, you know, for some of our events. And this, let's see, what is this? The Secret, Not Secret Knit Club. Okay, I don't get it. Okay, so the Christina Sarge owner, okay. All right. Okay. Guys, this is my first time to pull all of this stuff out. I'll be honest with you. It is my first look at it, only because when I came home, I unloaded everything and I said, well, I'm going to go live because I had said I was going to show y'all what was in my swag bag. So I wanted to keep my word. Well, then, you know, the enemy tries to knock you out and say, no, girl, I'm going to make you sick. But the Lord will give you the strength to push through if you just stay faithful. And so here we are on Thursday, and I'm sharing this with y'all. And then this is just a little sticker inside my bag, just to, you know, kind of commemorate the event. Now, these were just a couple of these little everything was so nice and organized. Everything was put in plastic bags or, you know, kept together. And I had 2 of these little beads left on one of my crafts that I'm going to show y'all that we did with Tracy from Wilshire Collections. And bummer, that's all of that stuff. Also, this was just some craft stuff left over from one of my craft kits that I'm going to show y'all. Okay, Jerry, thanks for hopping on, sweet friend. Let me move all this out of the way, and so that I can show y'all. Guys, it was really kind of intimidating. Oh, what is this? Oh, I forgot this. Jan Thomas, Give It a Glow. Oh, skincare. So this was in there as well. So you never know what you're going to get. Never know what you're going to get. Oh, you never know what you're going to get. Okay, so like I said, I wanted to put this stuff up, but I wanted to keep my word and show y'all my stuff. And, you know, if you're watching on the replay, I appreciate it, either on Facebook or on YouTube. You can fast forward, go back. What did she say? I don't care, you know, that kind of thing. But I just appreciate y'all being here. I wanted to share with my community. Okay, so we were told we were going to do 6 crafts. So this was the first craft that we did. It was sponsored by Southern Adornments Decor, which is Tamara Bennett. If y'all follow her, she has the paint door hangers, and so it's a little snowman hat, and we had everything was included. And so we were encouraged to keep the rest of our scrapbook paper, you know, and so that's what I did with mine. I did my little squiggles and stuff. I didn't have anything to do some splatter paint, but I may do that because that's what I like to do. And then this was our second one, and I'm not very happy with this one. No. We did this one. This one I love. Now, this one was taught by Heidi from Texas Art and Soul. It's a canvas. I'm not quite sure what size it is. And so it's a Grinch tree. And so, you know, we could do what we want with it. And I don't think you can really see the sparkles and stuff on it, but everybody did. There's a little bit different. We did a little bird and the star and all of that stuff. And then we added some snow text. There were a lot of people that had never used snow text or any kind of snow or anything. So that was cool to, you know, that they could use something that they've never used before. Okay, and then this one, let's see, this was the last one for the day, but then we couldn't really get finished with it because it was pretty lengthy. And so the light bulbs, I think, came from Southern Adornments Decor. So if y'all are looking for the light bulbs, because I've seen that on a couple of posts, where did the light bulbs come from? I think came from Tamara Bennett's, which is Southern Adornments Decor. And so this was just a wooden flag, and so we got, you know, to do what we wanted to it. Now, they're just amazing of what people did with theirs. I struggled with this, guys, because I started doing something and I'm like, nah, I don't like that. And so then she's like, y'all gonna need to hurry up, because when the next presenter comes on, I don't want anyone crafting, you know, just out of respect and that kind of thing. And so you can't help that, you know, because they pay these these speakers and stuff. So it's just little jute and just you know, painted light bulbs. I just did some polka dots on one, and I just did some stripes on the other, and I just wrote Be Merry on it. Now I finished it at home because I just wasn't happy with it. I added some paint splatter, and then I just, you know, added some beads and stuff to it, and everything that you see came in the craft kit, and we just did what we wanted with it. And so then the next day, which Saturday, this was a craft that we did with Brooke as well. We did this one with Brooke. We did this one with Heidi from Texas Art and Soul. We did this one with Brooke. And the little light bulbs are not meant to be glued down. We did this one with Brooke as well. And so then this one we did with Brooke, and this is the one I'm most proud of, guys. This is the one that I'm like, okay, this is totally my jam. When I saw this on the table, I went, oh yes. Well, then Brooke started, because she's on the stage and she starts painting her tree, and it's like, oh my goodness, I love that black and white. So she, you know, I took her inspiration for the trunk of the tree. Everybody just did amazing, and I just kind of, you know, did my thing with it, with the colors that I had. Since it was, you know, the pinks and the yellows and all of this stuff, it was, you know, her version of Christmas in July. We had a lot of paints that were in these colors, so that's what we had to use. So there wasn't a brown, you know, stuff that I would normally pull from to paint my tree. Then I had the honor of winning this tree in the door prize drawing. Now this tree was painted by Brooke's 10-year-old daughter Eden, and those of you that follow Refabbed may have seen her sweet daughter just on different, you know, just on her page and crafting and stuff. And anyway, so when we painted our trees, Brooke was going to give hers away to someone, you know, she was going to draw a number, and like I said, she drew all the numbers, and like our number, you know, we knew what our number was because it was on the bottom of our name tag. And so then Eden says, well, I want to give mine away too. So when she called out number 5, I'm like, that's me. And so I had posted a picture. Didn't she do amazing, guys? She's 10. And so I gave her a hug, or she gave me a hug, and I'm like, I am so honored to get your tree. And I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I'm like, can you please autograph it for me? She's like, sure. And so this is what she wrote on the back, guys. You'll never be too old or too young to live life to its fullest, Eden. And then she gave me a little smiley face. Isn't that adorable? Oh my goodness, guys. It's just so precious. I did put a picture on my page of me and Eden, and then her as well. I'm like, please, you know. And so it was me and Jessica, and then we met another friend that was sitting to the right of me. Her name is Mary from Inedible Arrangements. She does some of the faux arrangements and that kind of thing. So if you're into that, you could check her out, Mary from Inedible Arrangements. And so we were kind of hee-hawing and stuff all around. And so we were, you know, just asking Eden to take pictures with us and stuff. And I said, so when you're famous, then I'm going to remind you and say, I was the one who won your tree back in 2022 from your mom's event. She's like, oh yes, and y'all can be all my paparazzi. That kind of thing is just precious. And so it's those memories that you take with you, guys, that, you know, if you had the opportunity, save your pennies. Those are the type of memories that cannot be replaced. And they're just precious. And so then we had the privilege of having Miss Stacy from Wilshire Collections. And, this is what we did, guys. Now, you know, Stacy is famous for her printables. And so, those of you that like printable crafts, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is two-sided. So this is this side. And she showed us, you know, it was a blank canvas. We had just a box, a wooden box, and it's two-sided. So then she gave us this printable. And then, this is the second side. So we had both of these printables, and we had these beads in there, and I didn't use all my beads for whatever reason. She encouraged us to do whatever we wanted. But you know me, sometimes if I don't have time to really think about it, or if I'm on a time schedule, I'm like, oh, I'm getting a headache just kind of thinking about it. I'm just going to do whatever they're going to do. But since I had my vintage distress ink with me, I went ahead and distressed it and that kind of thing. And so then the last craft of the day was 2 of these wood slices, and so I just kind of followed along with what Brooke did because they were so cute. I wanted to, you know, enjoy them and have them for my tree. She did a, you know, Christmas tree, and so I'm like, oh yes, I'm going to use my fan brush for that. So I paint, you know, she would paint it black, and now I did come home and add just the black, just the brown trunk of the tree. And so then this one was joy and that kind of thing. Someone was asking what size this. I had posted a picture on Sunday on my way back. We had stopped for gas, and so I just took a picture of my tree, and so several people were asking about it, and it's on a Southern Adornments a shop door hangers. I think I'll put a link in the description box, and I'll put a link in the comments after the live. So let me see. It's about 12 inches. Let's see, the biggest part about 7.5. 12 inches by 7.5, and it's you can find it on Tamara's website. That's where you can find it if you would like to. I don't know what, like, if she offers, you know, the actual, I know she offers the actual door hanger because that's her business. You know, this is her business. I don't want to take away from anyone, and so I don't know if she offers the digital file. I'm not sure, but you can find it on Tamara's, you know, on her website. Digital, not digital. Shop door hangers. Oh, absolutely. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And I just want to share, it is going to be coming into my busy time, and I ain't got time to be sick and fighting allergies and stuff like that. And so I've been seeing a lot of traction on my YouTube videos for fall. So people are searching for fall and for Christmas. And so guys, I'm going to hit the ground running. You're going to see me do some fall things. I'm going to be doing some new things. I'm also going to be sharing some of my favorite older things because people are finding me every day. I have new followers, and by the glory of God, all glory to the Lord for sending me these people who like my style of crafting. And so I'm so grateful for you. And it's so glad that you're here, but I'm constantly getting new people. I say that humbly. I do not say that to be bragging, because my goal is to reach 100K on YouTube. So if you're not following me on YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it if you would follow me on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. I did hit 87,000 I don't know, a few days ago or last week, I think during my Christmas in July. And guys, I've been on YouTube for a long time. I haven't posted consistently, and that really is what helps your growth. But I have a goal to reach 100K. I don't know. I don't want to set a time limit. When the Lord says it's going to happen, He will allow it to happen. And I'm so grateful for that. But I'll be doing some fall and Christmas things. I am also in some events. I'm in a YouTube collab with a sweet lady, DIY by Nadia. I think that's her name. I'm so sorry if I'm saying it wrong. But she does amazing reads, and we're going to be doing a collab that's going to be coming up. I'll post all of that stuff. I'm also going to try to get, do some things with Craft Around the Clock. So you just never know. So sign up for my text messages. I'll send that out. 979-316-7944, and I will notify my text group first of when I'm going to go live on Facebook, and then when I post the replay to YouTube, and then also you can watch on Facebook later. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, joining me today, and for putting up with my raspy, nasally voice. honestly, I feel fine. It just sounds horrible. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.